So, I think I figured out how the Underpuller pulled its BS. It pulled it by being a Daath Dvaratha, or a Daath gatekeeper, for a Devik. Now, first of all, what does that mean in terms of Kabbalah? In terms of Kabbalah, if it was part of a 11 to 13 member group, it would have been number 11, first of all, because of the position Daath sits on the tree. It also would have been most on the astral, because he would have had to project in order to enter the Daath space. But it might have actually been a way of him like physically entering the Daath space, which would explain a lot, honestly. So, top 3, bottom 7. Daath sits in between. It's supposed to be a place of inversion testing, where anyone who's down here, who has like potential to cause trouble up here, gets weeded out. The problem was that one is one of the ones that should have been weeded out. It should have been. It just should have been. However, it figured out a way, I believe, actually, by literally actually poisoning the human family member, specifically a schnapps and chocolate, to take that person's place in the ritual. Probably having him somehow get still stuck in probably the 13 position. What? Oh, see, it seems like I'm getting some progress here. Now, think about up here, especially when he moves into the astral to be in its little astral pocket, is the little a-hole is still like in the position of Daath, so it can underpull down and then pull under up with the weight of pulling down, and then do flipsy whipsy, and then we have the underpuller situation. How am I doing so far, Dip? What makes it even more of a problem is if a Devik Kalpa, or a Land of the Gods ritual, gets inverted by, say, the Daath Dvara keeper, who claims to be, a not dishonest inversion tester, as he's been claiming to be for quite a while, from what I understand. Where was I? All right. The problem is, and then underpulling, and right. The problem therein lies when this group of people, who may have been the Thule Society, in fact. What? Who may have been the Thule Society, in fact, had their Deva Ksetra, Land of the Gods, ritual subverted and inverted by one idiot in the Daath position, who wanted to have a Devaloka Kalpa. And what would happen then is something that, in theory, would literally actually be meant to revitalize Germany before World War II and possibly prevent it from happening, then instead turns into a ritual that basically magically, mystically binds the entire Reich into being forced to try to take over the world just because of one little idiot taking over a Thule Society Kulpa. How am I doing so far, ditch? Are you wondering how I know about the schnapps and the chocolate when I brought it up twice a day? Oh, you are? You are wondering it? Well, that shows you how well you've been keeping aware of what you've been doing and what's been going on, like through the perceptions that you're monitoring from Daath. Only one little idiot can be in a Daath pocket dimension, looking through people's eyes and still not know what they're talking about or what they're doing. Only the Underpuller, folks. Only the Underpuller. However, the Underpuller doesn't even realize how screwed it is. Because, on the basis that, if that's actually what happened, it's nothing but trouble for, like, everyone. especially if that little idiot's still allowed to stay in its Daath space and keep trying to underpull again. Well, basically a combination of its karma and basically me reckoning its karma, like just being aware of it, basically allowed a combination of me and its events and a lot of the events around what it was trying to do with me to allow its entire sacred tree to just like whoosh, like the underpuller. It's time karma alone. Like basically eradicated its mage path, its empress path, and I think this is the Hierophant. But like all the ones coming from Shokma, goodbye. Everything it did being the underpuller. Oh. So in addition to the human who was supposed to be in the Daath position, that little idiot, from what I understand, actually literally took the spirit of Daath, the actual, like, spirit of that Sephira, and stuck it as an anime character in Guilty Crown. What? What? Oh, Debsh. Calling that one back? First step in taking that tree apart. Did you not even realize I'd called him back? I'm going to take that as a hard yes that the Underpuller didn't even realize I called back the actual Daath tester. He's saying he's not trapped? No, he's not trapped anymore. What? I'm saying that the Daath tester that got trapped as a character literally named Daath in Guilty Crown by one idiot would-be culpa usurper got called back to the Daath position, so it couldn't be stopped from testing me not dishonestly at Daath on the tree. Which by default allowed me to then get a good look at your tree and take it apart. What's most hilarious, if you didn't even count on the fact that your karma with the sun and with the sun, the moon, and the earth itself, as the underpuller, wouldn't literally actually by itself extinguish your Yasad and your Malkuth. Like, that's the most ridiculously stupid thing about all of this. You had enough knowledge of Kabbalah to actually be able to be in a Daath, like, extra space. And you, like, literally watched your own Yasad and Malkuth just... And you think that's like a still not unrecoverable situation. You didn't do it to this guy. You didn't do it to this guy. You didn't have that happen to his tree. It happened to the idiot whose tree was based on that culpa. That assumes superimposing its tree on mine actually had work. What? Ah, there we go. Oh, also, in my duties as the Mantrabala Sardigardia Raksaka, I was in the process of extracting just one seed of Bija from one Mantrabala Sardigardi of a failure of a Daath Dvaratha. And what did I discover? I discovered, actually at the time, not that unsurprisingly, that little idiot of a underpuller, not the anti-underpuller, of the actual underpuller, went and collected an S-ton of Jiva Sita Bija. Considering what the Underpuller does, with, like, turning people's souls into rope candy, honestly, at the time, not that surprised. What I was more surprised and pissed off about is the fact the little idiot actually collected enough Sita Bija to create a Nava Sita Bija Gurha, and then, like an ultimate DF from its position in Daath, keep calling other humans Sita Bija to that Nava Sita Bija Gurha, and it got salty that I confiscated its new Sita Bija Gurha. Because in its words, without those, I might be screwed. What? What, do you not remember the minor fit that you pitched, like, right before this video? Do you not remember that? You remember it, but you assumed it wouldn't come up when you're inside my body and my mind, huh? And, like, you had to have seen the thought literally actually form that I was about to bring it up. Well, anyone had any doubts about how stupid the Underpuller is? There it is. It's so dumb, it literally got offended about something that happened before the video. And it's, like, sort of surprised that this dude remembers it happening at all. You're not that stupid? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, you're that stupid. Alright. One moment. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to comment below.